Friends. Today I was just sitting down and thinking. So I just wanted to talk about the old things and motorcycles. Of course, how can I talk something that is not involved in motorcycles? So if nowadays, in go on the road, we see plenty of new bikes going around. We can also buy one of them. I can ride, but the road presence of those bikes are not as good as the classic vehicles. So, so who know the value of the old things, you'll definitely go for the classic vehicles. So once you have decided, like, yeah, I will also do the classic vehicles, so you need to keep four things in mind. First, the base is the mechanic and the team. Before you buy a bike, you first make sure who's the right person you're taking it to, and you have because it's not easy to find spares and do all the reboring works, all the painting job, all the tinkering and everything. Main is the engine. Engine is the heart. The mechanic should know the heart of the engine. So that is also important. Other, you make sure that you find the right team. If you don't know, don't hesitate. If anybody around you is having a old vehicle, you can get in touch with them. They will give you lots of inputs. So it will make your job very simple, rather than spending your own time roaming around to look for a good mechanic. Just go to people, or maybe an uncle just staying in your street will be having an old bike or a moped. He will give you a better idea who will be the best person. Once you decide with the bike, with the mechanic, then you go for the bike. When you're buying an old bike, make sure that you're buying the bike with proper documents. So because if you want to bring the bike into current running condition, and it should be officially on road, means you should have the basics, means the basic documents, the RC book, purchase bill. If possible, you get the purchase bill, it will be wonderful. Or you should have the transfer forms ready with you. So mechanic, the documentation. The third thing is the time you should spend. It's not easy restoring a bike and just riding it, because riding a restored bike, it gives the ultimate pleasure, and that pleasure is priceless. You can get a new bike, you can ride maybe for 2-3 years. After 2-3 years, it will be just like a shaken skeleton. But old bike, even if it has not been just sidelined for 10 or 15 years, if you take it, you restore it, you start it, you run. Once you restore it, it's just solid like a rock. It will not be rattling every now and then. It's just solid things. All the new bikes, sorry to say, most of the parts are put in just to give it a look, plastic parts. Most of them are plastic parts, but the old bikes, they are metal bike, handmade. They are very, very priceless. Those who know the value of old bikes will know what I'm talking about. So these are the things. First is the team of mechanic. Second is the documentation on the bike. Third is the time in hand. Once you spend the time, you make it ready, then you will enjoy it like anything. That feeling is priceless. I cannot express this. Once you ride it, you know it on road, how many people will come and talk to you. Even the person who never spoken to you in your own town will suddenly come and talk to you. How you got the bike, how you got the interest, why you want to do it. It's something completely priceless. And fourth thing, I told you four things. Fourth but not the least, last but not the least thing is to achieve all this, the most important thing is your budget. See, most of people think old bike is this cheap, we'll buy for 5,000, 10,000, and we can just do this, that. No, it's nonsense. It is not easy. To buy an old bike, to restore it and to make it shine like a new one, it almost reaches to the level of the new bike. The expense we spend, the money we spend to buy a new bike, almost the same amount of money we have to spend for the classic bike to make it on road. But when you ride it alongside a new bike, there will be, even if you park a Hayabusa and just park a Luna or a Hero Majestic next to the Hayabusa, I'm sure most of the peoples will look the moped that has been restored, that was a hit model 40 years back. It will stand its own strength, in front of even Hayabusa. So there's no comparison. Old things are always priceless. Even the young generation will like the old things. They will just love it. So these are the things people enjoy, restoring the old bikes and running them. So that's all. To restore, I just wanted to talk about this, to buy an old bike and restore it like this. So the four main points is: first, a team of mechanics; then the bike that you want, spend time, find a good one with the proper documentation. Third one, you need time in hand. Without time in hand, please don't do it. Then you get upset, mechanic get upset. There will be complex, and not good. Then the money you need to spend. So once you do all these four things, once you ride it on the road, it's just like heaven. You will enjoy it. Trust me.